So we're going to get going. Again, a chair or something that you can hang on to, the side of a couch, a wall. If you have a ballet bar, a table. I have all of those right here within my reach. Your yoga mat, of course, for the flow portion from 9:30 to 10. I've got a couple pairs of weights. You don't need any weights. You can have a weight. And let's get started. So we're going to start with the chair this morning. We're going to do some bar dog, chair dog. So bring your hands to the back of a chair, or you can hang on to the back of a couch, or you can press into a wall, whatever you have going on this morning. So bring your hands to the back of that surface and just begin to stretch a little bit here. We're just starting to wake up those legs and hamstrings. Wiggle a little bit here. I'll come back over here to my chair. And then we'll start to wake up the hips and adductors a little bit more with some chair or bar squats. So turn your toes out a little bit and squat down just to the point that your hips aren't screaming at you. And then stretch long, parallel your feet again for your chair dog or your bar dog. And then turning the toes out, bend your knees, lift your sitting bones, heart forward, little chair squat. And then turning the toes forward. We're just letting this be a little bit wiggly this morning. And turn the toes out, bend your knees. And one more time, a little bar dog. And then slowly rise up. I'm going to flip my chair. So I'm going to put my foot on my chair. You can also put your foot, if you've got your couch, you can put your foot up on your couch or on your wall. I'm going to put my foot on the chair, heel on the chair, right toe slightly turned out, and just give a little stretch to those hamstrings. And then I'll rise up and bend into that knee. So make sure you're steady on whatever surface you're on. If you're on the floor, you're just doing a lunge. And then up again, bend into that standing leg, pop your toes up that are on your surface, on your floor, on your couch. And then bend into that knee again. And stretch back. We'll switch sides. So placing the opposite foot up on that chair or on the floor or wall or couch, and pop your toes up. Soften the standing leg knee and stretch your chest. Hamstring stretch here. And then bend into that knee and reach forward. You can have that back heel down or up. And stretch it back again. Pop your toes up. Soften into the standing leg. And again, bend into your knee, stretch forward. And come back to center. Now, if you want to take a seat on the chair to do this shoulder opener, you can do that. Step your feet a little bit wider than the chair. Roll your shoulders back a few times. And then bring your hands to the back of the chair. Now, if you're standing and you don't have a chair, you're just going to interlace your hands behind your back. If you have a chair, maybe you can reach towards the back of that chair. And maybe take your arms up a little bit more, but keep those shoulders down and away from the ears. Elbows in, shoulders soft, heart reaches forward. Now, whether you're standing or you're in the chair, if you're in the chair wiggling to the top of the chair, maybe you can interlace your hands and bow forward. Whew. And again, just taking a moment to stretch a little bit. All of these stretches that we're doing this morning for our warm-up are great stretches that you can do if you're at work and your back is cranky, or you just need to stand up and take 3 or 4 minutes to stretch your body. You've been sitting there for a while. And tap into your core and slowly rise up. Grab a weight. I'm going to grab one of those 5-pound weights. We'll do a little core stability here before we start. I'm going to flip my chair around again. All right. So I'm going to grab one of those weights and interlace my hands around that weight, rolling shoulders back, bring that weight forward. Notice how my elbows aren't locked, my elbows are a little soft. So I'm stepping my feet so my toes are turned slightly out, a little wider than Tadasana. Soften your knees, strong core. Begin to turn that weight over to the right, keeping your spine really long, bring it back to center. Turn the weight over to the left. We're looking for a little bit more space in the side body and to activate the core. And keep turning to one side or the other, Keeping your shoulders away from your ears, so not creating tension in the shoulders. And back to the left. Not going anywhere in a hurry. Back to the right. And center and left. And center. Take that weight down and to the right and all the way up. A little wood chopper here. So take it down. Engage your core. Little twist here. Take it all the way up. And down. And up. And down. And up. We've got 4 more here. 3 more. 2. And 1. Bring it back to center and bring that weight in front of your chest. Elbows soft. Take it over to the right. Doing 4 this time. Take it over to the left. There's 2. Center and right. Shoulders down. Center and left. Bring it back to center. Take that weight down to the left and all the way up to the right. You notice my left heel is lifting when I'm doing that. And then bring it down to the left, up to the right. And here's 3, lift, 4. Core is tight. 5, 6. We're moving with purpose, not quickly. And 8. Bring it back to center. Take it over to the left first. And back to center and to the right. And back to center. 1 more set to the left. And center. And right. And center. Nice job. Roll those shoulders out. We're coming to a wide leg goddess squat. So stepping your feet a little bit wide. I'm kind of turned here on my mat for the flow part, so I'm going to use it turned. Toes out, heels in. Bend your knees. Hands rest lightly behind the ears. Pull your belly in tight. Stack your head over your heart, over your hips. Again, we're not in a hurry to go anywhere today. So we're taking that little lean over to the left and center. Keep it left and center. Here's 3, 4. Diving deep into those legs. Keep your knees in line with your feet. Here's 7 and 8. Little pulse now to the left. Here's 8, 7, 6. Core strong. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Center, right. Center, right. Center. Maybe you can drop into those legs a little bit more. 4. Here's 5. Core tight. 6. 7. Pull navel to spine. 8 little pulses now to the right. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Back to the left side. This time we lift the left heel. Here's down and lift. And 2 and lift. 3. Core strong. Keep your body long. 5. Whoop. Keep your balance. 6. That's the sense of humor comment. We have some balance today. 8. Little pulses. Keep that left heel lifted. 7, 6, 5. My leg is shaking. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower left heel. Lift right heel. Take it over for 8. Center. 5, 7. Center. Let's see if I can count this morning. 5. 4 more. 3, 2, and 1. Little pulses now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Center, lower, stretch your legs. Oh. Roll those shoulders out. Come to a little bit wider goddess, or a little wider Tadasana foot. Bring your hands back behind your head. Starting with the left again. This time a little more of a marching movement. So 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Other side. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Back to the left. Here's 1, 2, 3, 4. Core strong, keep it strong. 1, 2, 3, 4, 2 to the left, 2 to the right, and take it back and forth. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Nice job. Shake it out. Interlace your hands. Stretch your chest. Oh, nice little back bend. I just locked my knees. Sorry about that. Don't lock your knees. And soften forward. Take your time getting there. Let those arms and shoulders kind of stretch out a little bit. And then slowly begin to rise back up. All right, so we're going to use the chair for this last little bit of core this morning. So bringing that chair in. And you'll bring your hand to the edge of the chair. You're still stepping into that a little bit wider than Tadasana foot. Tap those left toes out. Reach your left arm in. We're doing the same thing. We're doing a standing diagonal version of that. So bringing it in and lengthen. Those back toes kind of tap behind your torso. Bring it in and lengthen. In and lengthen. Here's 3. We're working more of the front of the core rather than the obliques here. 5. Lengthen. 6. Lengthen. 7. 8. Little karate kicks to the side. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Outer hips there. Take it back and in. 2. So again, we're focusing on the front of the obliques now, or the front of the core, rather than the obliques. 6, 7, and 8. Little karate kicks again. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Take it to the other side. Chair over. Diagonal. Again, a little bit wider than Tadasana width. Hand to the chair. Tap the right toes out. Right arm reaches in. Tap the right toes back a little bit. Bring it in and extend. In, extend. Bend, extend. 4, 5, reach. 6, reach. 7, 8. Little karate kicks here. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Back to the obliques, or the front of the core again. 2, 3, 4, 5. Get really long. Enjoy the stretch. 8 little karate kicks here. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Shake that out. Whew. Come into the arms now. Although your arms are probably feeling it right now anyway. So I'm going to grab my 5s. I might not stick with my 5s, but that's what I'm going to grab right now. So we're coming to a little upright row, like we're tucking those weights under our chin with the elbows parallel, forearms parallel to the floor. Again, step your feet a little wider than your hips so you have a firm base. Lower them down the front body, up the front body. Here's 2, and 2. 3, 3. 4, and 4. 5, 5. 6. Take your time. 7, and 7. And 8. And 8. Now, grazing the legs, coming down, keep the knees soft, as if you could almost touch the floor. And rise back up. Lower down and up. Keep your spine long, your knees unlocked, your core engaged. 4. And lift. And 5. And lift. 6. Lift. 7. And lift. 8. And lift. Graze the front of the body again. 1. We've got 4 each here. 2. 3. And 4. One more time, grazing down the legs. 1. Knees are soft. Heart stays open. 2. My hamstrings are going to love me later. And 4. Nice job. I'm going to bring myself forward now. So I'm bringing my legs a little bit wider, almost into that goddess shape here. Into the goddess shape. Bring those arms forward. I'm actually going to switch to threes for this one. Need a little lighter weight. So begin to lift. Keep those elbows unlocked. Lift up, flip, wide to a T. Bring it back in, flip down, and lower. If you like adding the pulse, 2, flip, 2, you can add the pulse if that distracts you, right? Or you can stay still. Up 2, flip, out 2, into, down 2. Here's 4, out, in, down. Here's 5, out, go nice and slow. Don't feel like you need to go anywhere in a rush. Here's 6 up, 6 T, 6 in, 6 down. Even with the threes, my arms are starting to shake. I'm being really intentional with my movement. Trying to keep my core strong, my legs strong, my shoulders soft. Last one here. Flip T, bring it in, and bring it down. Nice job. Stretch your legs, bring them in. Step your feet again a little bit wider than the hips. Weights come right in towards the armpits. So we're doing a little cross punch here. In, cross punch in. Not punching to lock the elbow. We still want to keep the whole arm and shoulder engaged. So cross punch, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Speed bag. 2, 3. Pull it in. 5, 6, 7, 8. Armpits to weights. 1, 2, 3, 4. Not locking. 6, 7, 8. Speed bag in. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Again, we'll punch. 2, 3, 4, 5. We've got 16 this time. 7, 8, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Speed bag. 1, 2. Pull it in. 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Nice job. Roll out those shoulders. I'm going to grab my heavier set of weights for this, and I'm stepping to that wide goddess again. All right. So bringing those arms to either goalpost if your shoulders are tender today because we're holding, or you can bring them wide to a T. We're holding here with a little pulse. We've got 8, 7, 6, 5. Pay attention to the shoulders. 2, holding now. 8, 7. Got our goalpost arms if this isn't working for you. 3, 2, and 1. Bringing those weights down. We bend left knee, right knee, left knee, right knee. Here's 3, 4. Squeeze. 6, 7, 8. Back to that goddess with the T or the goalpost. Pulse. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Hold it here for 8, 7. Core strong, body long. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring those weights down. This time we bend right first to curl and left, and 2, and left. Really squeeze those biceps. 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Back to the T. We've got 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Holding here. 4, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lengthen your legs. Take them down. And I'm going to set my weights down out of my way for now. And just give my legs and arms a little wiggle here. Little shake. Nice job. I think I brought coffee down today and not water. That's truly a bummer. All right. Let's see what I missed and what we've got going here. Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. All right, we're not going to do that today. All right. So coming into a fourth position, so I'm not even going to use my chair here. I'm going to step my right foot arch to the back of my left heel because we're running out of time, so I'm going to skip a couple things here. So keeping the whole sole of the left foot on the earth, lift that with the heel, bring your hands to your waist, little pulses here. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, little step out. 1, step in, and 2, step in. Keep that heel lifted. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Back to the pulse. Keep that heel lifted. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Stepping out for another set of 8. In, keep the heel lifted. 4, 3, I think I skipped a couple numbers. 2, I think I skipped 5 and 6, so we're going to go back and get those 5 and 6. There we go. Now, keeping this position, bring your chair in. So those left toes are still slightly out. Keep the chest lifted, spine long, attitude. See if you can get that knee and the foot in line without dipping too far forward. All right, so nice bend in the knee, nice bend in your standing leg. We've got 8, 7, 6, tall. 4, 3, 2, 1. I need to lift my knee a little bit more. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Shake that out. We're taking that fourth position to the other side. So the arch of the left foot comes into the right heel. Lift the left heel and pulse. 2, 3, 4. Keep that left heel light. 7, 8. Step out and in and out and in. Here's 3, 4. Heel stays lifted. 5, 6, 7. Channel your inner ballerina. Little pulses here. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Little steps. 8. In. 7. I'll try not to skip numbers this time. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it in. Attitude. I'm going to bring my chair in. Stay as tall as I can be. See if I can get that knee in line with my foot. So you don't have to have your heel kicked right in. It can be slightly away, but see if you can keep the chest and hips square. See how when I try to square that hip, my knee drops? Do the best you can. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. One more set here. Here's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Shake it out. Let the chair go. All right, we're coming down onto the floor. Coming into like a Bharadvajasana posture. So let's start with the right knee forward, left leg back. And I want you to bring your thighs so that your chest is forward towards me. Sole of the right foot can be at the top of the left thigh. It's kind of like attitude, we're just on the floor, right? So keeping the knee and the foot in line as you lift a micro bit through that back leg. Keep the chest open, see if you can square that left and right hip forward. Lift. 2, point those toes. 4, 5, I'm barely lifting and my leg is shaking. Here we go. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, one more set here. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Set it down. Bring it all the way around. Bring that left knee forward so that you can get your chest forward. Sole of the left foot might cap the top of the right thigh. Keep yourself as balanced through the hips, stretching forward. Point those right toes, lift. See if you can keep the knee and the toes in line. Tiny little lifts. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. One more set. Here's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's do one more set. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. I feel like that leg gets ignored sometimes. Give your legs a little shake. Something in my eye. All right, I'm having a rough morning here. I know everybody's probably freaking out because I'm touching my own eye, right? All right, so we're coming down onto the side now. Side lying. You can put your head down in your hand. Bend your knees and hips, but keep from the shoulder to the hip in a nice long line. Lift your toes and then lift that top knee. Keep those heels together, lowering and lifting the knee. Lower, lift, lower, lift. I want you to keep those heels together. Lower, lift. Here's 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 more. Core strong. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lengthen your legs. Again, try to keep everything in a long line. You can use this right hand as an anchor. We'll lift that top leg and we'll do a little inward turn, outward turn. So we want the toes to turn down, heel lifts, toes turn up, heel lowers. We'll do 2 counts of 8 there. So a tiny, tiny movement here, but it's about stabilizing your whole body, keeping everything in line, hips in line, shoulders in line with hips. Turn and lift. Now, if you had a hip replacement, I want you to be super tender with this movement, right? 4. That's for my mom. 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 more here. Here's 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Tiny movement. 3, 2, and 1. Bring that top leg, place it in front of the bottom leg. I'm going to get a little 3-pound weight here. You could do a 1-pound weight. You could do a can of soup. I don't care what you do. You don't have to do anything at all. And I'm going to put that weight on the top of that long leg, inner thigh. And I'm going to hang on to this top right ankle. Lift that bottom leg. We're doing little lifts. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Little circles. Turn forward. 2. Tiny. You don't want to lose the weight. 5, 6, 7. Turn it back for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. 8 more lifts here. Here's 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice job. All right, we'll do that whole thing on the other side, and we'll start moving on to flow. All right, so coming down onto the right side, head in the right hand. I keep that weight there handy. So long lines, bend your knees, heels stay together. So we're lifting the shins, heels stay together, lower, lift, lower, lift. Core strong, keep the hips balanced. Don't let a hip drop forward or back. Try to stay balanced. 7, 8. 8 more here. Here's 8, be intentional. 7, core strong. 6, 5, 4 more. 3, 2, and 1. Lengthen those legs. Again, we want shoulders in line with hips. You notice how I'm kind of wobbly because I need to use my core and this little anchor to make sure I stay stacked. Bottom leg stays on the earth, top leg lifts. We're doing a little turn in with the toes and a turn up with the toes. 2, 3, 4. Super tiny movement. 5. Keep your whole leg engaged, core engaged. 7, 8. Here's 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Oh, my muscles are shaking. 2, and 1. Step that foot in front of the other thigh. I'm going to place that weight at my right inner thigh. I need to keep my body stable so I don't lose that weight, right? I'm going to hang on to this left ankle. Lift that leg, flex your foot. Lift. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Point your toes, little circles forward. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Circles back for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, flex for the lifts, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower it down. Whoop. Remove the weight. And you can set those weights up and off to the side. And we're going to come up to stand, just a little stretch before we move into the flow. So you can bring those arms forward in a little circle, toes turned out, knees turned out, or you can use your chair. So we're just sinking into a few squat poses, malasana, before we move into our flow. So coming feet wide, but not as wide as goddess. Begin to bend, 2, 3, 4, and stretch, pressing down into the feet. Here's a bend, 2, 3, take your time, press. Engage your legs and squeeze. We've got 2 more here, 2, 3, 4, and press and stretch. Just working out those glutes and thighs, lower, 2, 3, 4, press down, 2, 3, and 4. Give your legs a little shake, bring yourself into a child's pose. So tuck yourself down into child or puppy, big toes touch, knees apart. Take your time getting there. No rush to be there, right? If you need to take a drink of water between bar and flow, do that. Hands into the earth, hips back on the heels, or maybe floating above your knees or heels. For puppy is a better option for you this morning. So take it to the spot that is just right. Begin to slowly lift into your first downward facing dog. Curl your toes, lift your seat. Press down into the mat with your hands and stretch from the hands to the sitting bones. Stretch from the tailbone down into your heels without locking your knees. So play a little bit here. It's your first down dog, maybe of the morning, maybe of the week or the month or your year. If that's the case, welcome. And step your left foot a little closer to center and then raise that right leg without kicking anything behind you. Soften into the left knee, turn your hip out, and maybe bend your knee, kick your heel to your seat, and really open up the whole right side. We'll start by moving a little slow this morning. Extend your legs, square your hips, lower your leg. Right foot slightly center, left leg extends. Soften the right knee, stack your hips, stay long. Maybe bend. Maybe circle those toes and just wake up your side. Extend your legs, square it off, and lower your foot. Come back to that hip width through the feet. Shift forward plank pose. Take a breath in here. Ooh, I have to shift my toes back, keep myself honest. Knees, chest, and chin to the earth. Hands under the chest, shoulders roll back. Lift from the back of the heart first. Come to Bhujangasana, Cobra pose. Exhale, release, downward facing dog through hands and knees. Push up and back. Take a deep breath in and a full breath out. We're going to do that a few more times. Just moving nice and slow and sweet. Come to your plank, knees and chest and chin or chaturanga. Inhale, roll shoulders back, heart forward. Exhale, lower it down. Curl your toes, lift your seat, downward facing dog. So for 5 days, I've been waiting for the mowers to come and do my yard. I'm afraid I'm going to lose a small dog out there. They're here now, of course, right? I'm going to close my curtains. Because nobody needs to see me practicing yoga this morning, right? Downward facing dog. Bend and stretch your legs. Shift forward, plank pose. Maybe you want to come to upward facing dog this time. So maybe just floating into chaturanga. Or stick with that knees, chest, and chin. Float into your back bend, back to downward facing dog when you are ready. And again, bend and stretch. I hope y'all can hear me over the mowers. I'll talk a little louder when I'm upside down. One last time, float into plank pose. Again, knees, chest, and chin or chaturanga, just starting to connect to breath. Inhale, shoulders back, heart lifts. Exhale, downward facing dog. One more time. Hips to the sky. Float your right leg long, three-legged dog. Take a breath in here. Curl your knee in and step on through. High lunge. Make sure your feet are on railroad tracks, not a tightrope. Bring your hands to your thigh to steady yourself. And here's where you need your sense of humor today, all right? So we go back through that left leg, nice deep bend to the right knee. Inhale your arms up, interlace and press up. Keeping the elbows soft, shoulders soft, core engaged. Maybe a tiny little back bend here. Beautiful. And slowly come back to center. Flip your palms down towards your head and reach those arms forward, keeping a soft bend in your elbows like you were hanging on to a beach ball. Begin to shift your weight into your right foot. Begin to lift that left knee and tap your hands to your left knee and step it back. We'll do that 2 more times. Keep a sense of humor. Bring it in and tap it back. Bring it in and tap it back. Last time, bring it in. Woo! I'm having a sense of humor as well. Hang on to that left knee. Push that left foot forward like you're stepping on a gas pedal. Bring that left knee in and extend warrior 3. Oh yeah, she's doing warrior 3 again today. Bring it in. Step down like you're on a gas pedal. You can tap your toes. Bring it in. Warrior 3. Control with the core. Step down. Bring it in. Warrior 3. Hang out here. Slowly rise up, Tadasana, extended mountain, palms forward, lift your chest. Exhale, forward fold, soften your knees. Inhale to lift halfway. Exhale to let go. Step back, hop back, plank, chaturanga. Again, a flow through as slow as you'd like to go. Knees, chest, and chin, or chaturanga. Inhale. Exhale, downward facing dog, hips to the sky. Extend your left leg, three-legged dog. Curl in and step through to that lunge again. Feet are on railroad tracks. Bring your hands up to steady yourself. Squeeze your legs together, reach your arms up. Interlace and press up. Again, keeping those elbows soft, armpits wide, elbows wide. Squeeze your feet together and hug your low belly in. Flip those palms back towards your head and lean forward into Thunderbolt. Again, envisioning that big beach ball. Coming up on those right toes, bend your knee. We're coming into tap. Clasped hands to the knee. Step back. Bring it in, tap. And step back. And again, bring it in, tap. And step back. This time we'll tap and hold. So bring it in, clasp your hands. Again, have a good sense of humor about all of this. We're all gonna wobble. I'm on carpet. Lord knows I'm gonna wobble here. Ooh, I just made myself wobble by saying that. Press down into that right foot. Again, like you're pressing on a gas pedal. Bring it up, warrior 3, extend long. Bring it in, tap. Press down like you're stepping on that gas pedal. Bring it in, core strong, extend, warrior 3. Bring it in, tap. Tap to the earth. Nice job, bring it in, warrior 3 and hold. Whew. If you got a wall or a chair, you can put it there. Then you don't have to have quite as much of a sense of humor this morning. Coming into that extended mountain, lift your heart. Exhale, hands to heart. Nice job. Inhale, stretch up. Your feet are on the floor again. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Plank, chaturanga, your choice. And vinyasa through, knees, chest, chin. Again, our chaturanga. Flow through to your back bend of choice. And let's meet in child's pose this time. Or puppy, or down dog. I got my dogs going this morning. I got my mowers going this morning. It's a crazy morning at the McFerren house. That's what it's all about, right? Finding the stillness despite the chaos around you. Settle into your breath. Allow yourself to find that point of stillness. Reach your hands forward, your hips high, downward facing dog. We're going to take that whole flow and go a little more quickly this time. Extend your right leg, three-legged dog. Bend, twist, and open as an option. One more time. Extend your legs, square your hips, curl in to step through lunge. Inhale, rise, interlace, press up. Maybe a little back bend. Exhale, flip the palms and bow. Tap knee to palms, step back. 2 more times, knee to palm, step back. And again, knee to palms, step back. This time we bring it in and stand. Push down like you're on a gas pedal. Bring it back up, extend warrior 3. Hang out here. We're not moving from this warrior 3. Standing split, hands down. Step back, high lunge twist. Peel that right elbow or right arm up. Squeeze the legs. Hands down, right to left, plank. You can flow through or just come back to your dog pose, your choice. Left leg rises, three-legged dog, bend, twist, and open. Extend your legs, square your hips, pull in, step through, lunge. Inhale, rise, interlace, lift your heart. Exhale, flip your palms, bow. Tap right knee to clasp hands. Step back. Right knee clasped hands and step back. And one more time, bring it in and step back. Bring it in and hold. Push down into the gas pedal. Bring it in, warrior 3, extend. Hanging out. Find some stability, use your core, use your breath, use your length. Hands to the earth, standing split, lift long. Exhale, twisted lunge. Parvarita Alanasana, lift your left arm. Another breath, hands to the earth, plank, knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga. Moving towards child's pose or puppy pose once again. Inhale. Exhale, bring it back. Child or puppy, maybe down dog is where you land. Again, whatever's going on around you in this moment, stay here. Find the still point in the whirling, right? Our mind is constantly going. Connect to your breath, to the feeling of your body grounded right now. No more sense of humor needed, other than with what's going on in your own head. And see if you can find a single point of focus. Bring yourself to this moment, to this place, and be here fully. Begin to slowly curl yourself up. Come into a bound angle pose. So So sit up. If you've got a blanket, you want to sit on a blanket, you can do that, or just fold the soles of your feet together, knees apart. Maybe wiggle it out a little bit here. Lift the flesh away from your seat. And sit up nice and tall. Perhaps you can stretch your chest forward any amount, maybe not. Maybe that length is exactly what you need. Draw your belly in, support your low back. Feel that space and nourish that space with your breath. Keep your left knee exactly as it is and begin to bend that right knee and lift your right knee. Maybe you're going to stay right here. Maybe you can interlace behind that thigh and sit up tall. Maybe you can reach for your shin or the sole of your foot for a heron stretch. Maybe a little pulsing movement serves you well. And bend your knee. Place the sole of your foot next to the inside of the left sole of the foot. And begin to sweep your hands over and beyond that left hip. Sit up nice and tall, root into the right foot like you could lift your hips. So find a little bit of energy there, a lot of space through the left ribs, and stretch your heart. Maybe you want to put that right forearm at the right inner thigh. Deepen your twist. Take another breath here. Oh, that feels good. I could stay there for 5 minutes. But we're not gonna because we don't have that much time. All right, and then come back to center. Well, you can pause it, right, when you watch it later. So wiggle that out and come back to your Baddha Konasana, bound angle. Again, maybe reaching the chest forward, maybe staying tall. Keep your right leg as it is. Begin to bring the sole of your left foot down. Hang on to your knee and pick your foot up. So again, maybe you'll stay right here. Hug your belly in and sit up tall. That feels pretty darn good, I'm not gonna lie. I might stay there after I get you guys where you need to go. Or interlace your hands behind your thighs, sit tall. Flex those left toes. Or reach for your ankle or the sole of your foot. My knee is really bent here. My left hamstrings are a little tender today. So stay soft. Don't feel the need to hyperextend anything or take that bend out of the leg. You get a better stretch by sitting tall wherever you land, wherever that is for you. Oh, that felt really good. Take another breath in here and put the sole of the left foot down just inside the sole of the right foot. Begin to walk your hands beyond that right hip. This is not my most flattering angle, but I'm not going to turn here. So bring your fingertips behind you. Keep your heart open. Again, maybe you want to put the back of your left forearm or elbow on the inner thigh or inner knee. Sit up tall, engage your core, and breathe. One more breath here. Oh, again, I could stay there for 5 more minutes. Press down into that left foot, one more breath. And slowly release. Come back into your bound angle for a few breaths. Find some balance here. This time I'm gonna lean a little bit forward, draw the flesh away from my seat, but you can stay tall. If your spine is having it this morning, maybe you want to soften a little bit and round forward. Begin to bring it back up to center. Draw your knees together and extend your legs. Give them a little wiggle. Draw the flesh away from your seat again, so your inner thighs roll towards the floor rather than up, and reach your arms up to the sky. Dandasana, staff pose. Keep your fingers engaged, your toes engaged, chest hands. Spine long, core strong. Now start to bow. Imagine you could touch your ribs to your thighs rather than nose to knees, right? So keep that extension. Oh, that feels so good on my hamstrings and my low back, and shoulders are soft. Makes me smile. Even even when the mowers are out there, still making me smile. Slowly lower your hands next to your shins, plug them in, and keep stretching your chest forward. Again, if you have a strap, you can use a strap around your feet. If you want to fold and your spine is having it this morning, just go really slowly and carefully. It is a detriment to teaching online that I can't see what you all are doing. So you take care of you. Slowly rise up, slowly if you're folded in, and shift your hips forward. We're coming down to the floor. Curl down, extend your legs up, point and flex your feet. Maybe circle your toes in the air a few times. And hang out here. You can tee your arms, or you can keep your thumbs slightly underneath your hips for balance. And just open your legs nice and wide to the shape of a V. Keep stretching out through your heels, and then come in and cross, point your toes. Flex your feet, stretch, cross the opposite direction, point your toes. Find a little bit of fluid movement here. So for you, maybe that's tapping one leg forward and one leg up. Maybe you're here and you're tapping and flexing and pointing. So be wherever you are this morning. Few more here. And draw your knees in, Apanasana. Knees a little bit wider than your ribs if you can. If that doesn't work for you, again, you've got hip stuff going on, please just keep them straight in towards your chest. Knees and toes close. Find a gentle rocking movement from side to side. Maybe some circles. And maybe circling in the other direction. It's such a soothing sound, isn't it? The sound of the trimmer on the patio right next to your door. Find the stillness, find it. And then bring your feet to the earth. Shift your hips right, your knees left, or any other twist that's calling to you. If you want to cross your legs or hook a knee on the outside of an ankle on the outside of the knee. Extend your right arm, maybe turn your gaze in that direction. One more breath here. Slowly go on and bring those knees and hips back to center and shift to the other side. So again, whatever twist is calling to you this morning, I'm just doing a simple hip shift, knees drop. Jathara Parvartanasana is the Sanskrit for that, in case you were wondering, my yoga teacher training folks. Maybe take your gaze out towards your left hand. Breathe in some space into those left ribs, left hip. Slowly begin to bring everything back to center. Extend your arms, extend your legs for Shavasana. Maybe you have to move on with your day. Give yourself a minute to settle, please. Just rest and digest here for a few moments. Or maybe you bend your knees and let your knees kiss at the middle of the mat, feet a little wider. So find a space, whether it's a seated meditation or lying on the earth, where you can process and let your body wind down before you move on to the next thing, right? See if you can find that still point in this moment. If you have more than these few moments to remain in Shavasana, please feel free to stay here. If you're moving on with your day, begin to gently move your fingers and your toes. Maybe tap each finger to your thumb, one at a time. Open your hands wide and make a fist with your palms. And open your hands wide, curling your fingers into your palms. Begin to bend your knees and either draw your knees to your chest and wrap in for a big old hug, or tap your feet to the floor and bend your knees. Move yourself to your left or to your right side. If you slept in a cranky way on one side or the other, just find the one that is working for you this morning. Push down into the earth with that top arm and lengthen the top leg to rise up to seat. Find your easy seat, whatever that means. Sit up tall, close your eyes. Draw your hands to heart center. Offer yourself some gratitude for taking this time for you today, whatever day it is, even if you didn't do it on Wednesday with me. Self-care is so important. And when things have to go, when things fall by the wayside, sometimes, unfortunately, that's the piece that we let go of. And usually the piece that we need the most desperately. Take a long breath in through your nose and sigh it out through your mouth. You made it. You made it through Barre and Flow today. In gratitude to you for joining me, in gratitude for my mowers for coming and taking the jungle out of my yard, for my dogs barking, for all of it that reminds me that being here is where I find the best part of me. Let's bow to one another as we say, Namaste. Thanks, everybody. Have a peaceful Wednesday. We have Mary coming up at 5:30 with Slow Flow today. If you want to make a donation, you can go to namasteyogastudio.net. There's a donation tab. We also have a reopening survey out there. You can find it on Facebook, or if you received our Mind Body email yesterday around 1:30 p.m. It was supposed to go out early this morning, but instead it went out at 1:30 p.m. yesterday. So if you got that in your inbox, give us some feedback on what would make you comfortable coming back into the studio. We already have a reopening protocol, but we're looking for a little bit more from you. So please feel free to give us that. And you can also email us at namasteyogaohio@gmail.com. Have a fantastic Wednesday. We miss you all. Mwah! Big hugs, big kisses.